Assalamu alaikum, class 3 students. Today we are going to start chapter number 8 of your book Gullivers Travel. And I'll not read the whole chapter for you. I'll just give the brief review for both of the chapters, chapter number 8 and chapter number 9, which is The Man Mountain is in Danger. So the chapter 8 is given on page number 51. You have to read both the chapters thoroughly by. So I'm starting the brief explanation of both of the chapters. So basically, Lilliput was a kingdom where there were many interesting laws and customs. They punished people in a very cruel way, and everyone loves peace and order over there. The punishment for cheating in Lilliput was same as the punishment for robbery, that was death. In Lilliput, if people obeyed all the laws for 73 months, they were given some money, and they could also add the name lawkeeper to their family. The Lilliputians took Gulliver to Milando and showed him the statue, and it was the statue of good laws, or the statue of justice. The face was very strange of the statue. It had 6 eyes, 2 in front, 2 behind, 1 on each side, which means that the justice is able to look all round her. So justice was given a cut of female, and it was pronounced as a female. The statue had gold for good people in the right hand and sword for the wicked people in the left hand. In Lilliput, the important thing was to be good, because Lilliputian believed that a well-behaved man will only be able to do anything or any kind of work. The people of Lilliput had a strange idea about children. So what kind of idea they kept for the children? They said that children did not belong to their parents, but they belonged to Lilliput. When children were about of 20 months, they left their parents and were looked after by special nurses and teachers. The parents were allowed to see their child twice a year, but a teacher stood nearby and did not allow the parents to speak a kind of word to their children even. The girls were also taught to be brave and clever. They learned to be useful, helpful, and clever to their future husbands. Gulliver stayed in Lilliput for about 9 months and 13 days. 200 women tailors made some shirts for Gulliver to wear. They sewed 3 pieces together, one on top of the other, to make it stronger. 300 men cooked Gulliver's food, but when the emperor visited Gulliver, he said that the cost of Gulliver's food was too high, and Lilliput did not have enough money to pay for it. And then Gulliver did a foolish thing. He told Lilliputians that he wanted to visit the country of Blefuscu. Now from here, the chapter 9 begins, which is The Man Mountain is in Danger. So, one evening when Gulliver was getting ready for a trip to Blefuscu, someone knocked gently on his door, and that person was one of the emperor's officers, who was Gulliver's friend. Gulliver lifted him up and put him in his pocket. Then he told his servant that if anyone else came, he should say that he was ill and that he had gone to sleep. He put the visitor, the officer, on the table, and they both greeted each other. The officer told Gulliver that the admiral has always hated Gulliver, and the emperor is angry because he thinks that the Gulliver was planning to destroy Lilliput. So this thing was told by officer to Gulliver, that the advisor or the emperor were angry, and the advisor hated Gulliver because they both thought that Gulliver was planning to destroy the kingdom Lilliput. The officer showed Gulliver a piece of paper which had so many things written against him. The officer also told him that the admiral had advised the emperor to kill him at once, and they were planning different things to punish the Gulliver. A friend told these things to Gulliver very sadly, that the emperor did not want to kill him, but he wanted to punish him. Another officer said that they would give Gulliver less food, so he would get weak and smaller. At last he would die like this. Then the people would cut his body into small pieces and put their pieces in the ground far away from city. But then Gulliver's friend said, I am afraid that almost everyone agreed to this plan, only the admiral did not agree. He wants you to be killed at once. So these lines were said by Gulliver's friend to Gulliver when he was telling all the things to Gulliver. And then the visitor left the house secretly, saying Gulliver to think about his word very carefully. Then Gulliver thanked the visitor, who was his true friend, and put him gently outside the house. Gulliver was very sad when the visitor left because Majesty or the Emperor was planning a cruel deed. He wanted to take away Gulliver's eyesight, and it was cruel act, not the kind or gentle act. Taking away someone's eyesight cannot be said as a kind or gentle act, but it anyhow a very cruel act. But at last, Gulliver decided to go to Blefuscu, and he wrote the letter to Emperor's chief officer and told him all the things that he passed through over here, that he had gone through over here. So this was the brief explanation related to chapter number 8 and chapter number 9. Now you all have to complete your work in your copies from the given presentations, and you have to read aloud through the given PPTs, through the given links. So kindly class complete your work, and thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.